During a visit to New York City in 1961, Bob Dylan met Woody Guthrie's close friend, Pete Seeger, while he was hospitalized. Dylan performed a touching song he wrote for Guthrie. Seeger offers Dylan a place to stay, gradually introducing him to the vibrant folk scene in the city. As they work at a carnival, Dylan and Sylvie Russo fall in love, quickly become romantically involved, and move in together. As soon as Seeger notices Dylan's talent, he introduces him to industry professionals at an open mic night, including manager Albert Grossman. The singer charms the audience and impresses Grossman, who offers to represent him immediately. As Dylan begins recording his debut album, he is pressured by the label to include mostly covers, which frustrates him and makes him yearn to showcase his original music while he is on an extended work trip to Europe. Russo confronts Dylan about the distance in his demeanor and his refusal to reveal details about his past. However, she encourages him to fight for creative control despite their argument. While Russo is away, Dylan takes advantage of the growing political and social unrest as inspiration for his music, creating songs that resonate deeply with audiences. His socially conscious lyrics attract Joan Baez, resulting in a romantic and professional relationship. Growing fame for Dylan strains his relationship with Russo. Financial success brings additional stress, and Russo grows increasingly suspicious of Dylan and Baez by 1965. Dylan and Russo part ways, their relationship failing to withstand the strains of his rising stardom. As Dylan becomes a cultural icon, he feels constrained by industry expectations as well as folk community expectations. An argument with Baez highlights these tensions. The tension boils over during a concert, when Dylan publicly lashed out at Baez for criticizing his ego and telling him to perform his popular hits rather than his new material. As a result of his lack of creative freedom, Dylan experiments with electric instruments and rock influences, alarming folk music, which values simplicity through acoustic instruments. He begins recording Highway 61 Revisited with his band. While the Newport Folk Festival approaches, Dylan, the headliner, is planning to release his new sound. Even Seeger tries to dissuade Dylan from revealing it, reminding him of the dangers to his legacy and their shared values. Meanwhile, Dylan invites Russo to the festival in an attempt to rekindle their relationship. She accepts, but after watching Dylan and Baez perform, realizes she can't continue, so she leaves. As Dylan ignores the committee's appeals, Johnny Cash encourages him to perform with his electric band. The audience is outraged by the performance, booing and throwing objects at the stage in protest. A committee, led by Seeger, attempts to cut the sound, but Grossman and Toshi Seeger block their attempt. Dylan reluctantly performs an acoustic encore at Cash's request. As a result of Dylan's controversial performance, he is alienated from the folk community, including Seeger and Baez. And he travels to Guthrie for one last visit before setting off on his motorcycle in search of an uncertain future.